Hey everybody, I'm Jake, and today we're going to draw a tree. Let's get going. Grab your pencils, and today what we're going to do is I'm going to start off with just some foundational scribbles, just to get the gesture in there, and then I'll go back in and explain some of the shapes and go step by step with you and finish the drawing. Add all the details, do all the hard stuff. This is just a quick pass that is really just kind of almost like a doodle, just to get everything in there. Lay down just a little bit, and then I can flesh it out. So I recommend this is like, even though this is quick and not as, it might not seem that it's that important, this is a really important stage, and I recommend you pay close attention to what I'm doing. Okay. See, drawing is more about seeing, really, than it is about, having really good control of your pencil. If you can see what you're going to draw, then you don't have to have as great control. You can work around it. It makes it easier to have control once you can see. So anyways, let's get into it. Let me grab an eraser and just kind of, oh, that's not the right eraser for that. It's going to smear it. But that's okay, it can smear for now. This is all just temporary sketches. I'm just not going to knock it down so it doesn't smear too much and ruin the final drawing. Okay, let's get started. So if you notice, I started with just kind of a circle in the center just to get that first shape down. This tree is going to be looking at a mouse sitting on a rock right about there. And so I'm going to start with the tree trunk and lay in a line. Now you don't want this line to be straight. This is a tree, an old tree. It's been around a long time. It's been in storms and in the heat, and so none of the limbs or the bark is straight. It's a living organic thing. So put in some nice loose lines, but what we want to do is focus the tree kind of bending back like that. And then we're going to put in this triangle shape here, but we're not going to complete the triangle. Again, then it's loose, squiggly lines that go like that. And it's going to come down here, and we're going to have another triangle shape. This is going to be another branch. And then we're going to have another one coming way down here. And if your line wiggles, that's okay. And then a last one back here. So these are just triangles, or maybe like volcanoes with their, with the top chopped off. Then they bend. We can add another little branch right here, which is just it's just kind of a squiggly U, flattened U, or a squiggly smile. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, next we're going to draw two ovals, and do these ovals alike as for foundational shapes. Go like 1, 2, about the same size. They don't have to be perfect. Exactly the same size, I mean, but just, you know, kind of close. And then I'm going to, he's going to be looking down at this point here. So we're going to put like a circle like down like there, down there. It's kind of a half circle, looking kind of out of the corner of his eye. And then we're going to draw in lids, which are upside down smiles or frowns, like that. Okay. Then next, let's put in a smile. And again, it's a squiggly line. Don't be too precious about keeping it straight. You don't want it to stay straight. Like that. And then let's put in this rock right over here now. So rock, again, it's going to be just like an upside down U shape. You can make it kind of curved, straight, dip in. However it goes, you know, just, again, it's an organic, I know it's rock and rocks aren't organic, but you know, it's kind of a living shape. And then you can just add maybe a line like that, line like that. We'll add some, let's not go into too much details right now. Erase some of this stuff. And for the mouse is really easy to draw. What we're going to do is a circle, half a circle. Well, these are half a circles without connecting them. Triangle with a dot. Dots for eyes. There we go. Now, if that is too small and you can't really see, I made a YouTube short on how to draw this mouse. You can go check that out on my channel. All right. So we got them. Oh, you know what? His eyes are a little off. I'll fix that a little later. Okay, next let's go ahead and do the leaves. You can see for these leaves, the shape of the leaves, I'm doing these, I do big U's, and then I'll do smaller ones, and I'll do flat. I'm just thinking of these like kind of circle shapes all bunched in and squished together. They're all a little bit different shapes. And these are just going to guide the leaves that I draw. And for the leaves, you just draw these U's. It's like almost a smaller version of that. I draw them in 3s, 2s, and just single U's. And I try not to be too precious about it. I don't try not to think where I'm doing. The only thing I'm thinking about is kind of following these sketch lines that I did. And also, one thing I forgot to mention is like by bunching more of these kind of circles over here and then doing less over here, like they're skinnier over here. It looks like a bunch of circles over here and maybe just a few less over here. It gives the tree some shape. So back to the leaves. I'm just following. Don't think about it. 2, 1, 2, 3. And then sometimes I don't even do a circle. I just throw in a line. Just keep it loose. Don't press too hard. And just repeat. If you like leave a space and come back to that. And if you do, you could do some inside the lines too. And just move around the whole tree like this. I might speed up the camera here so you don't have to watch me do the whole thing. But you get the idea. You know, if these shapes aren't really perfect, that's okay. They're not supposed to be perfect. They're leaves. Just keep them, you want to keep them about the same size. You don't want like the leaves over here to be smaller and the leaves over here to be bigger. You want them to be roughly the same size. If one, it's like this one's a little bit bigger than the rest and this one's a little bigger, that's okay. If, you know, a single one, you just don't want them to, like, on average, they're big over here and smaller over here. And then over here, we can just throw in a couple more to close off where the branches go, or into the tree. And we might want to, we got a lot of empty space right up in here. So we might want to, you know, just imagine we have a couple more of these circles heading out and just kind of fill it in. I think we need some more over here too. Good, looking good. Okay, that's good. And we're going to do something really similar for the grass. The grass is like the trees, but it's like the tree leaves, but it's longer, skinnier lines. Just, you know, bunch them up in 2s and 3s, or even 4s or 5s every once in a while. I like to think about one of my favorite artists, Bill Watterson, how he draws grass and leaves and trees when I'm drawing something like that. He's the creator of Calvin and Hobbes. And if you've never read Calvin and Hobbes, go and do that now. Your life will be better for it. So I'm just kind of following where I'm imagining the grass is, you know, and sometimes it's an up and in, and sometimes it's just a line. And if you just throw in a couple dots or a couple lines that are floating, that's okay too. Just let your pencil have fun. Relax. Just draw. That's when drawing is the funnest, when you can just relax and you get some nice results that way. I'm gonna add some more leaves in here. All right, that's good. Okay, next let's add some lines on the tree trunk. I'm thinking what I want to do is have this energy that kind of swirls around the tree. It's these arcing lines. Maybe add a knot or two. I want to keep the knots away from, you know, his face and not make him too overpowering, so it distracts from the eyes. Maybe have, and if you have these lines, the bark lines go around the knots. Let's add some kind of lines where the the branches coming out. All right. I said I was going to fix the eyes. Let me fix the eyes really quick. I drew it. Didn't really like the way or the direction he was looking at. So I'm going to bring him in a little bit more. Okay. Maybe I'll give us some lines on here so it looks like his upper lip is going into his lower lip here. And these are just lines that are arcing in. They're following the lower lip, or the upper lip in. I'm almost like I'm imagining a circle around, that the lips are a cylinder that's wrapped around the skin. And I'm just drawing this line right in there. That's better. That's better. All right. I think I am ready for some color on this. I'll ink it and add some color. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, through. There you go. There you go. Looking good. The color always makes it pop. All right, guys, thanks for drawing along with me today. If you like this video, be sure to check out some of my other videos, and be sure to check out that short where I teach you how to draw the mouse. All right, thanks for drawing with me. See you next time. Bye.